closed session.
So approved.
We'll take action outside of closed session. Right. We would look, as discussed, for a motion to authorize the county attorney to proceed with the Purdue settlement as discussed.
I will make that motion.
A motion from Helmer, support from Loring for the motion as we discussed in closed session. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right. Motion is passed. Now you have your approval. Thank you. We would next look to the item, discuss cost of EMR classes.
So we had the EMR class that started in February, finished in March. Osceola County was able to get, out of the 9 people that took that course, we got 4 that passed the National Registry exam and that are actually taking calls for us. We do have 4 out there that have they've passed the time. I mean, they've taken the test like 3 times and failed 3 times. So now is the time to start collecting back on this money. The cost of the class was $13.53 each. Okay, so we have 4 people out there that have not. I'm not for sure what their plans are. One came in and talked about, probably would have to make payments. On the first day of class, they were told that if they did not pass the National Registry exam, that they would have to pay back the cost of this.
Would they be willing to be like drivers or some other type of help?
Well, actually, yeah, I don't think that'll work. We already put on quite a few drivers from this course. I mean, as far as that goes.
I was just wondering if there was some way that they could help you.
Yeah, 2 of them, are willing to like drive when they're around. I mean, they work during the day, so that's not a, and we can only pay for 1 driver. We have 2 drivers show up, and we don't pay for 2 drivers. We only pay 1 driver. So it is, you can't just have a van full of drivers and.
I was just wondering if there was some other way that they could help.
Yeah. 2 of them we have not heard at all from. So I guess I'm just asking the board, if I can reach out with them with a letter or a phone call, asking them to start making payments. And if we could possibly set that up for like a year. I don't know if that's, I'm not for sure that's too.
4 or 5 people.
We're talking 4 people.
4 people.
4 people at $13.53, so it's about $5,000. Yeah. And that's a big hit for the tax levy, line item.
Is there some way we can make a deal? Cut half, make them pay half back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm open to whatever you guys.
The only thing I worry about, Sandy, is if everybody knows, and they know they have to pay it back if they take the test, but are we gonna limit who even wants to take it? Because it is hard.
Yeah.
And I've taken it, and
That's why I was wondering if there's some way.
will we limit future test takers or course takers? That way, if we could go half or something, or I don't know,
I'm okay with whatever you guys decide.
maybe I'm like Trump, let's make a deal.
Do we start calling you Donald?
No, please not.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was
Just an
saying.
idea. I know your idea of trying to help, but we got plenty of drivers.
Yeah. We, you know, I feel bad, I really do. I mean,
Do they only have so long to do the testing following the
well,
course?
they
or
get
you
three
get
tries,
opportunities?
and they have to go back
They would
and
have
they
to do the
have to
course
take
again.
a refresher course, and they have to pay another $150 to sit for another 3 times.
Are they willing to do that?
Pardon?
Are they willing to do that, take a
We
refresher
would bear the
course?
cost
No,
of
I
having the
mean,
additional
These
testing available.
two that are willing to make payments, they're done.
Okay.
Yeah, they're done. They're
And the couple you haven't heard from, I don't think you will hear from them.
Right. And then we had one person that was willing to sponsor 2 of them, and then when it came time to pay, then they only paid for 1, which is fine because the other person, she passed, so it wasn't a big loss as far as them picking up the tab, but yeah.
But I kind of agree with Jerry. If there's a problem, then make a deal with them.
Yeah, I'm sure when they're looking at 1353, if we could strike a deal with them. Would you still be willing for them to make payments? I mean, I'm sure that all of them probably do not have the money to pay for this, outright. It is a big,
payments.
chunk of money.
Payments is fine.
I don't disagree with you, I'm not arguing with you, but if we're incentivizing people to go through the course that aren't necessarily likely to pass anyway, or really gaining much by making sure, I mean, in the end, we need people that pass and do it, and
Right, and I do need to point out that NCC pushed these people it's normally a 3 to 4 month course, 2 nights a week. They have an instructor that goes over the chapter, the information, the subjects. These people did this on their own, and he only gave them 4 weeks to do it. Yes, and
Four months
when
at
they
4
would
weeks.
meet over in Ocheyedan, it was basically to practice their skills. They did not get any of the, they asked a few questions and, they talked to the instructor. I was there for several of them, and, man, I couldn't have done that. I don't learn that way. I mean, I'm still
No,
old
I
school.
think when I took it, it was
I
from
learned
December until
Yeah.
April or something like that. So.
When you look at that and, and it is a hard test. It really is. So when you look at that, you think, and the longer they're away from,
Source.
prolonging that, the less they're gonna remember. So.
Then if they pass, then we
We
pay for
did
it
have
then?
4 people that took
So
it.
did we pay for that then when they did pass?
Mhm.
If you didn't
Yeah.
pass, you're supposed to pay it yourself.
Yeah,
do we have anything in writing, or it's just that they were told that was the expectation when it started?
it was told that,
There's
nothing was
signed
on
agreement,
paper.
or-
No, it was told, yeah. I specifically went the first night because, I wanted them to understand that this is an expensive course, I'm not trying to defraud, but, yeah.
I'd make a motion that we cut it in half, let them pay half.
Okay,
Support.
yeah, all right.
I mean, we spent $2,500 on crazier things. I'm pointing to the jail.
Yeah.
You're looking out the window.
I'm looking for another fire department.
And that allows the payment
Yes.
over time as well.
Over a year, or what are we thinking here? So what we're,
That they have a year to pay that.
Yeah.
that.
$50.
okay.
Because I would just share that with the information of the shortened time frame, I can see this being reasonable, but I would hesitate to take that approach on a consistent basis. But if it was a more stressful and pushed approach to it.
Why did they cut the time down like that?
To get people to take the test, to take people to take it.
That's why they cut the time down like that?
I think, that's my
I
opinion.
don't know, somebody said it was field work, you know, I have no idea why he did that, you know, they don't do that.
Well, 4 months is a commitment.
Just trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
push it, you know.
We did pick up some really good ones, I think, the 4 that passed.
Yeah.
I would ask that the minutes note the shortened time frame and approach to the classwork. But with that, any further discussion on the motion by Helmer, support from Schulte, that would allow half of the cost to be paid back with payments being accepted for a year? No further discussion. Those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign.
All right,
Thank you.
guys very much. And I'm willing to drop off that 1997 takers.
Oh, Malvern Fire Department is interested in doing the same kind of a situation. And
Right.
Ocheyedan did do a
Yes.
really nice job retrofitting that other one that it really made a nice
I
shoot
think,
on.
did they take it to Arrow and Arrow did all?
No.
Okay.
One of the fire department guys from Malvern did it, Ryan Remmers did it.
It looks really
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yep.
Yes, not a problem. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. We have consideration of approval of purchase agreement for right-of-way for the F10 bridge project.
That's the bridge south of town on Pierce Avenue. That's one that's part of that CHBP grant that we've been working on. We're in the phase for right-of-way acquisition. It's done the normal way where we go back about 6 months and look at land sales of farmland only, throw out the high and the low. Right now, land is going for about $14,000 an acre, which is certainly down from where it was a couple years ago. The actual acquisition, though, is a very small area, so in the end, it's about $3,000. About half of it is right-of-way, a small strip along the road, and the rest of it is temporary construction easement to give room for the contractor for lay down materials and staging their crane and things like that. This will be the first of 3 acquisitions. This one just happened to be able to be wrapped up quickly. The property owner has signed the purchase agreement and has agreed on the price of the right. So I'd be happy to answer any other questions on right away or the project.
Is that that narrow one south of Line 10?
Yeah, bridge down there. Yeah.
Is it gonna widen it
It'll be our standard 30-foot wide concrete bridge, just like the one we just built over there by Thomas Pitt and the one we built here on the west side of town. It's different length, but standard DOT bridge.
I would make a motion for the purchase agreement for the right of way on the F10 bridge.
then? I'll support it.
Motion from Helmer, support from Loring for approval of the purchase agreement for right-of-way on the F10 bridge project. Any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. All right, thanks. Next item would be consideration of Premier Network Solutions contract.
The rate for computer is the same as last year. They just increased it because we had 3 new computers added on to the service contract, so. Premier's, they do a really good job. I'm very happy with them. I know they had some growing pains and they lost a few people, but they got some good people back.
That's who you have now?
Yeah, I am. I mean, yeah, it's way cheaper than an in-house IT person, but yeah, they do a great job. Yeah, they're like right here when you need them, and yes, yeah.
There's a lot they can do remotely nowadays, but if they need to come up here, they're here.
Make a motion to approve that.
Is that you, Leroy? Okay, motion from Schulte, support from DeBoer for approval of the Premier Network Solutions contract. Any discussion? None. Those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Look at, consider a resolution number 2, 2526, designating voting representatives for the Iowa State Association of Counties.
Just something ISAC
At the
requested.
request of ISAC, I'm not sure I recall the need for it, but
Yeah, we've never done it in the past.
clarity on who is available to cast votes on behalf of the affiliates.
I would make a motion on resolution number 2, designating board representatives for the Iowa State Association. Support.
We have a motion from Helmer, support from Loring for approval of resolution number 2, 2526. Any further discussion on that item? Hearing none. On the motion for approval, Mr. Helmers, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Loring? Mr. DeBoer?
Aye.
Mr. Schulte? I vote aye. Next, we would be look at the consideration for approval of dissolution agreement of Care Connections of Northern Iowa, Care Connections of Northern Iowa 2080 agreement. As things wind down in the region to the district transition, this would be a step that each county in our region needs to give approval of dissolving the 28E. I would recommend approval of that item. Good.
Motion.
Motion from Loring, support from Schulte for approval of the dissolution agreement of Care Connections of Northern Iowa 2080 agreement. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Okay. Consider approval of levy rates for 25-26.
This is a big,
On that resolution.
yeah, roll call vote. Yeah, did you do a roll call vote
Hmm?
on the resolution?
The dissolution is a
Oh,
resolution?
that's the resolution. Yeah,
I
this,
did on the resolution,
yeah.
the dissolution.
yeah, that we don't have because it's not a resolution. Yep, it's not a resolution. And here are the levy
The
rates.
Care Connections Board did a resolution that calls for each county
I
to.
see.
Didn't catch me this time. There'll be a time you will, but.
No, probably not. Probably not.
is the first year the debt service would be on there, right?
Yeah. That was, 56 point some cents, so.
So the city wants to combine the county GO bond and the school bonds. for Debt
Yes.
service.
Well, she has it separate. No, the debt service is under school levy. She doesn't have that broke out, the debt service. The debt service, like the school, that's just the school's debt service levy. Yeah.
Look for a motion to approve the levy rates. When ready. If ready.
I'll make that motion to approve.
And I'll support that.
Motion from Schulte, support from Helmers for approval of the levy rates for fiscal year 25-26. Any discussion concerning those? If not, those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, we have approval. We have consideration of closing the courthouse for active shooter training. Information on
Yeah,
that?
the safety committee suggested, we had an active training last year too. They're thinking September 17th, that maybe we would close the courthouse like from 8 to 10. The sheriff's office, Austin Butler will be doing the training like last year.
September 17th?
Yep. It's a Wednesday. We close from 8 to 10 if the board's okay with that. It's always, hopefully we never have to have it, but it's always a good refresher course to have. Especially when Mike Schulte comes in and shoots us. It's just, yeah, Austin would do it for us, so it won't cost the county any money. So we appreciate that.
Motion.
I'll put an ad in the paper and stuff too, just to let people know. So.
Not supported.
You want more?
Anything on that?
Motion from Loring, support from DeBoer to close the courthouse on September 17 from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for active shooter training. Further discussion?
First they have. Thank you.
If none, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Alright. Next item, I wanted to get your guys' opinion on, I'd shared with you previously with the closeout of the mental health region and moving to districts. I did submit an application to be on the district advisory board. I think I shared my frustrations that they announced who was on the boards before they ever let me know if I was chosen or not. And then when they told me, they said, well, we don't want too many elected officials from one county or representatives from one county. And I looked on their map and there was no one from our county on any of the fields that they were looking for. Last Friday, I got this email. The Primary Care Association has done another review of the applicants from the Behavioral Health ASO District Advisory Council seats, and I know you had applied for District 1 in the elected official category a few months ago. We were wondering if this is something that you would still be interested in. So I can send you some additional information. To be honest, my answer is no, not interested anymore, but it is an opportunity to have a voice on behalf of the county. If that's something you guys want me to proceed with, I'm not going to put up a fight. There's no way, I would say there's no way of knowing that Osceola County will always have representation. I think however long the term might be, they'll probably move it around, spread it around the district. So, yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm just being honest. If it were completely up to me, I'd say leave the email alone or tell them no thank you. But I will certainly participate if that's something you guys find valuable.
It's up to you.
I'd like to see some representative, but I agree, it's totally up to you.
Our region CEO is now on staff at PCA, and she did reach out to me, and I shared the concerns, and she shared that this is from the inside, but she said that she thinks the state is wanting the advisory councils to really weigh in on things, and will value those opinions. I still think it's just a opinion, and the state's going to do what they want, and if it goes well, they'll take credit, and if it doesn't go well, they're going to point a finger. So that doesn't exactly incline me to participate. She understood that point and professionally said she thinks it will be different, but hard to say.
I went on a couple of my boards where the state took over. It's a joke.
They're setting up all the parameters and allowing you room to weigh in on certain areas. I guess to me that doesn't really say it's an advisory board. So
Because we had one that literally disappeared. So. But they know best.
It's just scary. Mental health is such a problem anyway, and there's so many, and now the state's taken over, that makes me nervous.
It
Just
doesn't incline
saying.
me to want to get involved.
Well, you'd be good at it.
Okay, then I'll say don't get involved.
I've not talked to the sheriff. If he sees value, or the county attorney, I can talk with them, but if you guys don't have a strong opinion, I'm leaning towards not bothering, but.
That's fine.
Further?
That's fine, Jason,
Okay.
whatever. Barry Anderson, is he on it?
They'd be in a different district though now.
Oh.
We're the only one from our former region that's in District
He
1.
spoke on the radio the other day about his only concern was not being able to get instant, I mean, we'd have to travel, I mean, or whatever. We can't get instant access, if that's the word. I'm not sure that's the word for it. But that was his concern. But no, I get it. But it probably won't make any difference anyway, so. If you don't feel then I probably would believe you.
And a lot of it is, I'm not denying how it went down, that I'm just not inclined to be a second choice or jump into a system that to me wasn't run very well or handled very well in the first place, but they were tasked with a lot going in too, so I mean, need to give some grace. Well, I will not 100% rule it out, but I appreciate you guys' input. We don't need to beat this to death or drag it out, so. Consider approval of authorizing Dickinson County using Osceola County's UEI number for joint drainage districts. Next item.
FEMA is requesting that Dickinson County, we're the controlling, but they're doing all the paperwork for FEMA for the joint districts 1, 2, and 3. And evidently the state or FEMA wants our county authorizing Dickinson County to use our cage number for funding from FEMA, I guess. That makes sense.
Seems probably unnecessary, but reasonable to me, so.
Dickinson County even had to do it for drainage ditches, so I'm thankful that they're doing all the work in FEMA for us. I appreciate that.
You're not arguing to
No, I am
deny
not.
them access to this so that we can take it on?
Nope. Not one bit.
I'd be interested in that approval. From Loring?
Support.
Support from Schulte to give approval authorizing Dickinson County the use. Any further discussion? Make our auditor happy. Those in favor of the approval signify with aye. Aye. Cause your heartache. Those opposed signify with aye.
Probably more
It's
Keith would
passed.
have to help me because I've never done that, so they're thankful too, I'm sure. Not that they can do it. But.
We would next look at claims. Point out that Boston Water Service has claims 202 and 286 in this list.
I'll make a motion to pay them too.
Motion from Schulte, support from Loring for approval of claims 202 and 286 to Boston Water Service. I will abstain. Any further discussion on those items? Hearing none, those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Abstain. We have the remainder of the claims before us. the significant work you were referring to earlier, is that reflected in the claims here this time? Some of it?
Yeah, Ziegler's built the motors on there, and then we've been started a lot of that work on our bridge repair. The big one was an actual bridge repair, the rest is feed motor. Related to the bridge.
Machine was it?
Your old one.
Huh?
Your old one.
My old one?
Yeah, the motors.
Oh, it was a baby to start with.
The motor's tired, yeah. We should have upgraded it when we had the
I
chance.
run her too hard.
Yeah.
Now run, you gotta run hot a couple times.
Yeah, it got hot again. And it was,
We did some investigation
Yeah.
to see if it was worth trying to rebuild it, but in the end, the recommendation was crate motor, just swap it out and turn it into a core.
yeah.
It'll last a long time now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not running anymore?
Thanks, Keith.
That bunker feed, how much do they get that bunker feed for that spray, dust control?
That's, I think, close to $1 per foot, isn't it?
About
Right out
about
there.
$1 per running foot of road.
Yeah.
It's just-
That would have been for Bay City, for Ray Gray.
Yeah, I was just curious, a friend of mine, they live on a gravel and they're thinking about it.
Yeah, typically people will do 500 foot along an acreage.
It is a buck a foot that we do it on one of our acreages, so. It's worth it.
I know they asked me about how much it was in Sun I can tell
Just call down there and let you know.
Running foot, yeah.
them. How long does that last? Good for the summer?
Well, all depends on the weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you don't blade where
You
it's.
got one right.
We try to blade it.
Gene
right before
Cemetery,
we
that's
do it, and then
getting broke down. That's because
Ours
trucks
is,
on it.
ours is too, but we got Vanessa Dairy going by all the time, so.
So right
They ever do come back and do a second one or not?
They haven't yet.
You got paid for that second one too? Yeah.
The reason we did it, my daughter and son live on, while they park the camper there in the summertime. Because over there about done, school's about ready to start, so we probably won't do it again.
Rain on the hill, we need to reapply or?
I'll make a motion on the rest of the claims.
I'll support that.
Motion from Schulte and support from DeBoer for the remainder of the claims. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Anything under other business, courthouse, committee reports, economic development, future agenda items? I did sit down with Michelle, environmental health, yesterday, and she found a couple code sections that could work in tandem to address the health nuisance approach we've been discussing, so I think she'll be at next meeting to kind of run over that and then proceed with the Board of Health. Shared with her, my thoughts were that I'd still just as soon see the Board of Health be the first line of communication by her. I don't know that we're looking to have her come to this board instead of the Board of Health first, but if there are different opinions, share those with her, please.
I have a question about that shed at the ambulance garage that we're gonna reside. Can I mean, do we, Reggie got from SNAP what it would cost to recite it. Do we get the material and then try to find somebody to put it on, or wait till we find somebody to put it on, or how should I do that? I got out of my realm here. I gotta put an ad in the paper and don't forget to get somebody to.
Not starting
sign
a
it.
weekend sideline venture?
No. I can take apart anything. I'm good at that, but don't put anything back together. No, siree. I don't know what I should do there.
We got a quote for materials.
Yeah, from SNAP, I can show you that.
Yeah, and that's when, we order.
Okay. So you okay if we ordered it and then try to find somebody, or do you want me to wait till we find a contractor, or? I don't know what would be the best.
Do they want to supply their own material, or?
I mean, it's probably easier if you just find a contractor, or put it out to bid, or re-side it with just we buy all the materials, then you need more, you gotta go buy more, or take the time, that gets be a hassle.
Okay. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
I'll just put an ad in the paper then and try to find somebody to recite it, I guess. Okay.
If they don't have enough, I won't be at conservation tonight, I won't be at public safety tomorrow. In case they don't have enough, can anybody fill in? More so public safety, because they have during the summer, we run into
That's tonight?
tomorrow
I wouldn't be available tonight.
night for
Yeah.
public safety.
Diane's got some doctor's appointment in Sioux Falls, and I don't know what time we'll be back. I would think we'd be back in time, but I don't know.
The only issue is we run out, we don't have a quorum sometimes, because we have a lot of people that miss in the summer.
I think I'm identified as an alternate. If I can't make it, they could call me. I
Okay.
should be able to
I'll
make it
tell
on
them that
phone,
then.
but
Okay. And conservation's not that big a deal, so.
anything further?
The only other thing was, you guys heard me mention to Sandy, Malvin is interested in the old ambulance if we want to do the same kind of a situation with that. And they probably would just refurbish it themselves. Well, Cheatham did a really nice job on
I
that.
think they had it in the parade this weekend,
Yeah.
didn't they? Yeah. Really nice. That was-
Basically gave it to them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just will keep them around.
Okay. If they can use it, why not?
And we got, our van is getting old and bad. They could use something.
All right. Anything else, or move on to adjourn? We have a motion from DeBoer and support from Loring for adjournment. All those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign.